Okay, I'm here with Tabitha Kramer to talk about supports for young children experiencing homelessness. Tabitha, thank you so much for being here. Can you please tell us about your role and where you're located?
Absolutely. Well, first, thanks so much for having me today. I'm honored that you have asked me to kind of speak about my role and kind of some of the things that we're doing in our region. So as you mentioned, my name is Tabitha Kramer, and I am a supervisor at the Berks County Intermediate Unit for Pennsylvania's Education for Children and Youth Experiencing Homelessness program in Region 2. We call our program for short ECIA. And the ECIA program is a statewide initiative of the Pennsylvania Department of Education. So as coordinators, it's our role to make sure that students and families receive their rights under the McKinney-Vento Act and do not face any educational barriers. So we are working with our community agencies, our homeless service providers, school districts, and their families to make sure all the barriers are eliminated at school.
Wonderful. And can you tell us approximately how many K-12 students experiencing homelessness does your region serve?
Right. So the most up-to-date information that we have is from the 2020 and 2021 school year. So ECIA Region 2 identified 8,057 students experiencing homelessness. So this identification's including anyone from school districts, continuum of care programs, early childhood programs, and any of our partnering agencies as well.
Wow, thank you. And tell us a little bit about why it's important to ensure that younger children experiencing homelessness are enrolled in early learning programs.
So when you've sent me some of these questions, Erin, I really thought of this one a lot because it really is important to think through this question. In my opinion, early quality learning is really the pathway for learning for school and throughout life. So honestly, what a child learns the first few years of their life and how they learn it is really going to affect their success. And early learning programs are very critical for young children experiencing homelessness because they offer a safe space for these kids where they can learn, they can grow and create with their peers. It's really a positive experience for these students, and oftentimes it's the first time they are building a relationship with teachers and their other peers.
That really resonates. Thank you so much for that. And so then, given the importance of ensuring that children are enrolled in early learning, what obstacles and challenges have you noticed that families experiencing homelessness are facing when it comes to accessing early learning programs?
So we know that McKinney-Vento protects birth to 5 students, but even with that, we do know that there's a lot of other challenges in early childhood programs. And in our region, the first and probably the biggest challenge that we are seeing is the identification of early childhood students experiencing homelessness. So when a child goes and enters into an early childhood program, they're often not sharing what their living status is. Or on the other side, the early childhood staff member may not know the questions to ask to screen for homelessness. And there's a lot of reasons to this and a lot of reasons why students go unidentified. Sometimes families are really hesitant to share their living situation because they're scared of children and youth involvement, or they're just really embarrassed about their living situation. But once a student is then enrolled into an early learning program, then they face some other challenges, as you reference as the T issue, which is transportation. We do know that transportation in any areas, especially our rural areas, is our biggest challenges for students experiencing homelessness. And often it's because families do not have the ability to transport, or because the programs don't have the means to transport or the resources to be able to assist families with that. We also know that, homelessness is a really traumatic experience, especially for some of our younger children. And studies have shown that it has been associated with some delays in language, literacy, and social emotional development, which then again puts children at risk for academic problems later in life.
That's so important. And so then, given all these obstacles, how then do you and your liaisons across your region in Pennsylvania help families overcome those obstacles and be able to successfully enroll in early learning programs?
I think in our region, we've worked really hard to try and support some of our early childhood students experiencing homelessness. So we've done a lot of different interventions, but the three that I want to mention here today is first, we really have prioritized our partnerships with our early childhood programs. So in Pennsylvania, we have Head Start, Early Head Start, the Pre-K Counts program, early intervention, and the early learning resource centers. So with all of these programs, we then developed a memorandum of understanding. And in this MOU, our programs really formalized our partnership to offer one, an annual McKinney-Vento training, which is so crucial for our early childhood staff, but also for our homeless liaisons. Early childhood programs are also including a residency questionnaire in their enrollment packets, which again is really important during the enrollment process to make sure that you are identifying those students right away. And the last piece of that MOU was to have a point of contact in each early childhood program, which again is going to help increase identification and also increase the support that you are providing for students and families experiencing homelessness. Another strategy that we've used is with our American Rescue Plan, we hired a county-wide outreach specialist. And this outreach specialist can offer a variety of services. So some things are like community resources and referrals, assistance with housing and early educational program applications, which again is really key for these families because maybe they're not sure of where to go, who to call, or how to even apply for some of these programs. The outreach specialist also has the flexibility to meet with the families in person or even virtually. Maybe they want to use a virtual option. So that's also something that they can offer. And some just general outreach to the community. Maybe a program needs information at resource fairs or parent-teacher conferences. So again, this strategy has been really important to make sure that families have the support that they need directly. And then last but not least, Pennsylvania is also piloting in Schoolhouse Connections Head Start referral app. So in our region, we have about 6 Head Start programs and about 30 school districts who are piloting the app since December 2021. And as you may know, the intention of this app is really just to be a direct referral source for school district and early childhood programs like Head Start. And I know I've shared this a lot, but I think through this process, I've really seen a huge increase between the communication and relationship building between early childhood programs and school district, which has also been very important.
That is wonderful to hear. Thank you so much for sharing all of this. And thank you for your time.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. And if anyone has any questions or information of anything that I've shared today, they can always reach out to me. My email address is tabkra@berksiu.org.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tabitha.
You're welcome. Thanks, Erin.